Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Nino from Urban Revolution Radio's Your Morning Show, and your man D Higgs behind the camera, broadcasting live from the Urban Revolution Radio studio. Let us know what you want to hear at 812-303-5018 or on our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999 WJCB. Don't forget to download the Live 99 app from the Google Play Store if you have an Android, Samsung, or Galaxy type phone. If you got an Apple phone, you're going to have to listen through the website right here, live99WJCB.com, till we get that Apple app down from the Apple Store. Find out about that glitch a little bit later on. But we're trying to accommodate everybody one step at a time. We're growing. We want to thank everybody that's supporting us so far. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999 WJCB, and on our YouTube channel, the Urban Revolution Radio Podcast channel. Like, share, and subscribe with your friends. Tell your friends. Spread the word about the revolution. It will not be televised. It's going to be streamed, y'all. So, got my man Trent Small in the building. What's good, Trent?
What's up, bro? Thank you for having me.
Not a problem. Not a problem. You an Evansville native?
Yes, sir, I am.
Born and raised. What side of town?
Gymtown.
Gymtown? Shout out to the Gymtown residents over there. What school did you go to right
here? Man, really for me, I kind of went a little bit of everywhere as a kid. My parents split up when I was little, so unfortunately for me, I was moved around a lot. I never really got to stick in one school because once I did get moved somewhere, I got in trouble and got kicked out.
Right. Okay.
You know, like I was a little bit of a bad kid, so but now I was around the north side area for the most part.
North side native, all right, for sure. Now we got some new music from my man Trent Small. Just one of the hats that he wears, because not only does he make rap music, he's also a videographer as well. You know what I mean? So we trying to catch him while we can, because he's busy around here doing big things around here. So the first song that I heard was "Weighing on My Mind."
Weighing on me.
Weighing on me. Okay, weighing on me. Now, my man D told me that you are a cancer survivor.
Yes, sir.
Do you mind me asking what form of cancer?
I actually had a really rare form of testicular cancer. It was a 1-3A, which is actually like a stage 2 or almost 3 because I caught it kind of late.
Right.
And I also had some lymph nodes and things in my lungs at the same time. So I had kind of like 2 in 1.
Wow.
And I caught it super late, and so it was in my stomach and everything, and it really about killed me. Hey,
but you survived. You still here, man. That's what it's all about. It ain't about what could happen. It's what's happening right now. You still here because my partner D Hicks, he's also a cancer survivor. We just got through going through No Shave November, you know what I mean, to bring awareness to. We tried to find an official barber for Live 99 WJCB to take on the task of bringing us back to civilization. So if you want to volunteer to shave us up, bring us back to normal, let us know. Hit us up at live999WJCB.com. You can be the official barber of Live 99. Get us back to reality right now. So how long you been in the rap game? How long you been rapping?
Man, I've been doing it. I started rapping, just kind of started doing it. I was probably like 12, 11 years old.
Right.
Kind of messed around, freestyling stuff. I didn't really start getting serious about it until I was a teenager. I got in some trouble.
Right.
And then, I had plenty of time to think to myself, so I turned to writing, things like that. And then once my first daughter was born and I was going through a lot around that time, that's when it really kind of seriously kicked in. And that was about 6, almost 7 years ago now, maybe.
Right.
And, I got good with some people, and they kind of took me under their wing and helped me out, helped me get started. And then I guess we just kind of went our separate ways,
Okay.
Things happened, and since then I've been just doing it by myself for about the last 4 to 5 years or so.
Now, weighing on me, is that about the surviving the cancer
it's kind of like a connected tissue to it, if that makes any sense. It's the weighing on me was actually about I recorded that song. I was just kind of telling you a little bit earlier. I recorded that song the day I got out of the hospital, from the lung collapse that I had, and that just kind of happened out of nowhere. So, I was doing good for a while, and then that happened, and then since that's happened, still, I ain't really been able to do much, and for that, it kind of felt like it was like, man, every time I try to do it, they tell me to be healthier, to be stronger, do what I need to do.
Right.
Something bad like this happens to me. It's like, no matter what I do, life is trying to kill me constantly. So that's like I got this weight on me, and I don't feel like, there's a lot of people out there that, like, I got people I can talk to about it, but they don't really understand it, because if you haven't went through it or something like that, like, you're not really gonna full on get it. So for me, it was like that was just weighing on me, because I didn't have anybody I could really go to be like, hey man,
Man, we were just kind of talking about that, especially because me and D both veterans, you know what I mean? And it's just when mental health issues, especially when you're dealing with physical ailments that lead, the depressive kind of thoughts and bad kind of thoughts.
Yeah.
It's hard to find somebody to talk to that can understand, instead of somebody just patting you on the shoulder, give you, it's gonna be all right. You keep your chin up and all. Sometimes you need to scream, you need to get it off your chest, you need to be pointed in the right direction. You know what I mean? Mental health, we need to really take mental health issues very seriously, especially when it's dealing connected to medical issues as well. As he told you, D, he's a cancer survivor as well, and I survived the Marine Corps, so I mean, mental health issue, the PTSD, when you surviving traumatic events like that, you have to find some way to release that vibe. And I'm glad you was able to find music to do that with.
That's really what it's turned into for me. That's why a lot of my stuff, it's not like stuff you listen to and it's super upbeat or feel good or anything like that. Sometimes it might be a little depressing, or it's just kind of mellow, but I take it how I feel it,
Right, that's the truest way you can do it.
to express that shit, because I'm an everyday man. I get up, go to work. I'm raising 2 kids. I got a wife. Like,
right.
I can't let everything that bothers me break me down. But over time, it gets to me and builds on me and wears on me, and it's like I gotta get it out at some point.
Man, I'm telling you, some of the best music has been made from just that release valve. You know, you just gotta get. We were talking about that with kind of like with Kanye West. A lot of people a lot of artists are screaming for help through their songs. Even like go back with artists that got in trouble like R. Kelly, Michael Jackson, Kanye West, said that when the music can be a release valve, and sometimes it can be a scream or a cry for help. A lot of artists they put their soul into their music because they don't know how to put it out there any other way. They don't think people are going to listen to them, seriously and take them seriously. So a lot of artists turn to music to get that. Hip hop music is not just about being happy. Not just about dancing and all that. You got to get the negativity, the negative stuff off your chest. There are a lot of people out there that are probably going through the same thing that you went through or going through it right now. That could be like an uplifting, like if he survived it, maybe I can keep my head up, and all that good stuff.
And that's kind of my outlook on it, and putting my health issues and stuff out there the way that I do, and venting it out the way that I do, because it's like, I mean, I can't be the only one that feels this way. There's gotta be someone else out there, and then maybe that can help them in turn when they feel that way, because then they won't feel alone. Because it's like that weighing on me. That's why it's slower paced, and I was just kind of like, I couldn't breathe very good, so I was like, I'm just kind of taking my time with me. I'm just kind of I'm getting it out, I'm taking my time, and that's why it's got that mellow vibe. And then when you listen to it and you start taking it in, it's kind of like.
Yeah,
man. Okay, I get it now.
So what other songs you got under your belt we need to know about?
Man, I got a whole album about to come out on January 19th on my birthday.
Okay.
But I mean, I got a whole list of stuff. Really, I know I sent you guys some of them. There was one of them that was it's actually off of my new album called Only Temporary.
Right.
And that's kind of like my outpoint on now, looking back on beating all the cancer stuff. And,
okay.
And being able to overcome it and being able to make it to where I am, because I'm just happy that I'm still here. You know what I mean? So it's like, if I can do it, you can do it too. And now we're all doing it together. So, no matter what's thrown at you, then just take your time and, figure that shit out and do what you need to do.
Right. Where was the last performance you?
The last performance I did was at Stage 2 here in Evansville behind SRG Global in East Lamar.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And I had actually performed Weighing on Me, and that was probably one of my best performances I've ever done. And I was going to do a second song, but I got winded and I didn't have my inhaler. I about passed out. So I was like, oh, I got to stop. So now it's like I got to redeem myself on the next one.
Right.
I got to redeem myself.
Got
to make sure I got that inhaler in my little pocket there, so I pull it out and take a puff when I need it.
I actually saw, I'm trying to remember what the artist's name was, but I actually saw an artist, he had a seizure on stage
on Facebook.
I mean, and he was doing this thing, and he had like it was almost like a stand-up kind of seizure, but he had worked it so tough.
Like he was dancing.
People thought it was part of the act. You know, he was just such a control of his little twitches, and he was trying to match it. You know, he crisis equals opportunity. You know, with every crisis, you got to find a way to work it into an opportunity. And he found a way to work that crisis, and people thought that he was actually that was part of his act. He worked his way through the season, got right back into the I'm like, when you really want to do something, when something's really touching your heart, when it's touching your spirit, when you really have, it's really nothing that can stop you from doing it. When you want to express yourself, don't let any kind of ailments, don't let anybody's negativity get you down. People telling you can't do this, you shouldn't do that. Now, music is one of the most expressive artistic forms out there. And it gives people the outlet that they normally probably wouldn't have otherwise to get the things out that they normally wouldn't talk about. Otherwise, it's, mental health issues, physical health issues, family issues, wife, things like that, kid issues. Kanye, he came out talking about all of that stuff on the Donda album. I was just telling Derek, it seems more like that Donda album seems more of a spiritual, slower paced, confessional kind of album. Something that you just got to get off your chest. Exactly. Everybody needs that release valve sometimes to get things off of your chest. So what we got coming up next with Trent?
Man, like I said, I'm dropping the album. I'm trying to put a show together for my birthday and the album release. But really, I'm just taking it as it comes, I got this album done. I got another project ready for once the album drops. I'm going to drop an EP probably about like a week or two after.
Right.
And that's called For a Minute to Breathe. And that's kind of connected to like the weighing on me type of stuff, is because while I had all this going on and working on the album, it's like I had to take a step back because a lot of the stuff to it, I was having trouble doing what I was doing. And so I had to kind of get my bearings and switch to, kind of slowing myself down a little bit and doing things a little bit differently. And it was kind of like me stepping away from album mode and trying to pursue music mode, and just kind of like me taking a second for myself.
Man, I like how all of the songs we've talked about from Trent come from actual real life emotional experience. So if going through something, I need to write a song about it. I'm feeling this way, I got to write a song. Get it off your chest. I don't care if you never actually record the song, if you never let anybody ever hear your poetry or hear you spoken. Get it off your chest. Write it down. Sing it out. Shout it out. Whatever you got to do. Because, holding it in, that's one of the most self-destructive things that you can do. So whatever you got to do, don't let nobody tell you can't sing. Don't let them tell you can't rap. Man, get your expression out of what the NWA. Express yourself. You got to get it out there. Now, you also do videos and stuff, right?
Yes, sir, I do.
Do you film? Now, it's maybe awkward to film your own videos.
Yeah, I do. It's a process, but I do it. I've made it work.
Really?
I've learned how to make it work. Yeah, pretty much all of my videos. My brother helps me out when he can, but he works and stuff too, so he can't always help me out. So then I just got to kind of do it by myself. And then now, luckily, I got 2 cameras now, so it takes a little bit of the stress off. But yeah, I pretty much just set it up on a tripod. I get it set up how I need it.
Right.
I take my shots, and then I'll reset it up again, and it's just a process of just kind of moving, adjusting, checking.
I can imagine the one-man army trying to do all of that.
Some days, days I go out and I'll film all this stuff, and I get home and I look through it, and I'm like, damn. This looks good, because I can't look at the camera while I'm doing it, so I'm like, I have to go back and I'm trying to do it again, and then it's just kind of,
man,
it's a process. But
you say that again, especially when you're doing it by yourself, boy. It's bad that you got to do the video, the editing, writing the song, picking out locations, moving everything around, being your own, donut getter. You got to get
exactly, man. I be my own cigarette lighter.
All that good stuff. So do you do your own music as well?
Yes, sir. I record everything. I mix everything. I don't make my own beats. I've kind of experimented with it a little bit, but it's such a time-consuming thing to learn, and I've just never really got the grasp down on it yet. Right. I've been more invested into just getting my own craft at hand, and then I started doing the video stuff, so that started taking up a lot of the other time I had trying to learn. So I'm like, I'm just going to focus on these 2 and I find producers on YouTube and, you know, from here around town or
Any producers out right
through
you want to give a shout out
Facebook.
to right
Yeah, shout out to A Plus Productions. Shout out to that boy Max. There's 808 Mikey, man. There's so many dope, talented producers around here, and it's awesome to be able to know them all and to have that option to work with them if I want to, you know. So, but really for me, I'm a kind of picky when it comes to my beat selection, and it's not nothing personal towards anybody. I get like this specific sound in my mind, and I won't be able to put down my creation until I can find that specific one. So I'll just kind of search the YouTube, and then as long as I can, and then once I find one that really suits what I need, I'm like, that's the one. Then I'll go back through and buy it if I need to.
A lot easier than having to make the beat yourself.
Yeah, a lot less time consuming, a lot less work. I already gotta record it, mix it myself. Now I gotta make the videos and stuff. So I'm like,
let's try to cut out as many of these.
Yeah, I'm like, I'll leave the producing to the producers. You know, I'll just pay them. I'll pay them what they need for what I need.
So if you are an independent artist or entrepreneur, you want to get your music heard, if you want a video shot, Trent,
hit me up any day.
You can always hit us up. We'll connect you with them. Hit us up in our email, ninoincognito@gmail.com, or hit us up 812-303-5018. Let us know what you're looking for, because that's what we're here. With the Urban Revolution, we're trying to connect the neighborhood, connect the South Side, connect everybody who's on the underground scene, you know, trying to do it entrepreneurial style, independent style, you know, I'm doing YouTube style, you know, just trying to, you know, get that one leg up, because I mean, the hip hop scene and the music scene here in the tri-state, if you don't have like hundreds of thousands of dollars in your budget right now, a lot of the radio stations, a lot of these, you know, labels and stuff, clubs, they won't even touch you. They won't even look at you, you know what I mean, seriously. So we're trying to get people that foot in the door to let the world know, hey, there are a lot of artists out here that are not signed any major labels. Probably a lot of them aren't even looking to get signed to major labels. They just want people to hear their music. So that's what the revolution is all about, the urban revolution, giving people opportunity to get their artistic expressions out there to the world, whether it's through video, whether it's through music, whether it's through singing, whatever you got going on. You can juggle, and you got and you want to find a way that you making some money juggling, doing kids parties. Let us know. We support entrepreneurialism in all forms that it come in. Appreciate your time, Trent. So where can people how can people get stuff?
Just type my name in on Facebook, Trent Small, and then I'll probably be the first thing to pop up because that's just my name. So you know, it's I changed my name from B-Face to Trent Small because I felt like my music more just resembled me and just kind of who I am and my life. You know, it ain't nothing else other than just me and who I am, what I go through. So you can find me on Facebook, on Spotify. It'll either be B-Face Small or Trent Small. You can type me into YouTube and I'll be the first and the only thing to pop up. Proud of that. Proud of that one. but yeah, now you can find me on Instagram at B-Face Small. And then mostly I'm on Facebook, man. That's where I do everything. You can also find my podcast interview show that I do as well called Built Different Creations. It's the Built Different podcast. You can find that on YouTube and Spotify. And you can find my Facebook page for that on Facebook as well. You just type in Built Different Creations and my little robot guy will pop up, and that's us.
Okay, we got all. We're gonna have all it in the links in our description below, and you can check them out on our Facebook page. We'll have a link to his videos and all that good stuff. We support the local and independent artists here in the tri-state, especially here from Evansville. Trent Small, you know what I mean? Here you got Wayne on me, and what's the second one that we said? The post lung collapse song.
Only temporary.
Only temporary. You know, I mean, you can check out the full playlist. You got the album coming out in January.
January 19th. It will be released to all music providers everywhere.
Trent Small, TRENTSMALL with an S on the end, right? Trent Small.
Nope, no S.
No S.
Just Small.
Trent Small. All right.
Yeah.
No S on the end. Urban Revolution Radio, your morning show with your boy Nino and your man D Hicks and Trent Small on Live 999 WJCB.
Yeah, have a good one, y'all.